Tell me, are we up and about for the first weekend of the new racing season? BJ is.
Of course we are.
BJ's got more screens in front. What? More screens, more winners. Isn't that what you say?
It is true. It is true. I just need all the info in front of me. It's the horse's birthday today.
Oh, well, happy birthday to the horses.
Yeah, it's also my young fella's birthday. He's not a horse.
He is not. I can confirm.
He's not. But, turns 3 today, so I'm a little bit behind today, but we'll catch up. We'll be right.
Happy birthday to the horses, even the slow ones.
That's right. All of them.
How are you, Nick?
I'm good. I'm a lot better than last week. I'm feeling good.
The knees slowly
flying on.
Yeah, you should have seen him bounce out of the car.
Yeah.
And run to his crutches.
Sidestep someone walking on the footpath, and I stepped them. And
You did. You are looking very agile.
Agile, yeah.
Yeah,
Going good.
What did you went and saw the surgeon or something yesterday, didn't you?
The wound
wound
specialist.
specialist. Good,
Oh, yeah.
good healing.
You must have some
Good
good
healing.
bloody Medicare, medical cover, wound specialist. You got everyone.
I know.
We, like every week, are brought to you by the UPC Showdown, Australia's biggest weekly horse racing tipping comp. Boys, did you know there's $70,000 up for grabs every single week, and that keeps growing because the more people in, the more it grows?
Yeah, that's elite.
That's big,
elite.
isn't it? BJ, we're gonna get straight into the tips, but I've actually got. You guys don't know this, but one of our SEN audience. So we've only been on SEN for 3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks.
Already, an SEN audience member has won first prize in the UPC show on the Saturday
And the
one.
big one,
Yeah.
the
So
main-
last week's first prize was 25,000. This week 25,000 guaranteed again. But an SEN listener, so someone that heard the show, entered for the weekend, bang, took
Straight
home
off
a little
off the bat.
took home a piece of the cake.
25 fat ones.
I know.
That'd be nice. I'm actually going to Eddie and Wolf on Saturday. Do you know that?
We've been together.
Yeah, we went. We bought a very expensive
Yeah,
wine.
we didn't buy it. Someone put it on our. Someone got us a bottle of wine and we drank it and
2 bottles, very expensive.
didn't realise they were $400 each.
But yeah, I'm going there on Saturday.
Luke Hilton.
So that 25 large that'd help.
That'd be nice. That's a good deal.
Half
I
a
could
bottle of wine.
I could get those wines.
Yeah, absolutely.
Back them up.
Okay, Rosehill Race 8, Leg 8 for you UPC Showdown players. BJ, give us one. Give us one.
So Rosehill Race 8, this is a relatively open race, and I'm going to play one that comes in really well at the weights with the claim for Jet Stanley, Testator Salens. He's been around them. He's been around the mark this preparation without being able to break through. I've sort of been on his back a few times.
Does this horse owe you money?
Yeah, he does, but he gets his chance today, Woodhead. So we're going to play him at around that $7.50. I think that's a bit of value for the UPC Showdown. 3
Absolutely
back,
is.
he sort of spat the bit out, and then he dug in late. That was behind highlights. And then 2 back, he had absolutely no luck. He missed the start, and he was held up, and that was when War Eternal won. Last start, he had his chance, but he wasn't beaten far. He was only beaten 1.2 lengths. That was behind Jojo Was a Man. But with this claim, he just comes in so well at the weight. So he meets a horse like Jojo Was a Man, 7 kilos better for that 1.2 length defeat. More Secrets meets her 3.5 kilos better. She was good first up, but she did SP like $21. He SP'd $7.50, and she's going to get back. Rosehill on Saturday with this rail out 8 metres. We're on a firming deck. You want to put yourself in the race, and that's exactly where this bloke is going to be. He meets Charterhouse, 5 kilos better at the weight. So, as you can see, he's in really well. No weight on his back. He'll put himself in the race, and at around that $7.50 quote, I think he'll give us a real show.
Doesn't have to really improve that much off the last run either. It was...
No,
he had his
if he
chances.
reproduces his last run,
He's
right
in it.
there.
Yep.
Right there. Well,
He's a good horse.
like a 7 kilo weight.
Yeah.
That
Good
is
horse.
significant.
You lose the
Good horse.
H when you say good horse,
Yeah.
don't you?
Good horse.
Horse. That's
Yeah.
one
Like
of
he was
yours.
going to be I don't think he ever won a country championships final, but he definitely won like qualifiers like earlier on in his career, and they were spruiking him as one of the best in the bush. And now he finds himself with Joe Pride and He's flying.
Well, it's the right stable to be in. He was on. I think he was on the 7-day backup last start as well. So
He
sets
was.
up well here. 1,500 metres Rose Hill. You want to put yourself on the speed. We found Robusto last week. He's in this race, but he just doesn't set up as well from the draw. He's sort of
Week before.
No, that was last week. Oh no, that was 2 weeks ago.
Oh, mate, you can't dine out on Robusto 2 weekends in a row. Sorry, bud.
Time flies.
Not here. Not here. I'm sure we tipped other horses last week, but let's forget about them.
2 weeks ago.
Oh, mate. And Robusto was very good.
He's in this race.
He is in this race. Yeah. So he's probably just not as well set up second up. He sort of had his birthday first up, found the right spot, found the gap at the right time, and he sprinted really quickly. But this time around, he draws out, so he's going to get back on a day that you're going to want to play sort of up and in. So it's not ideal for him.
Let's get into good, bad, ugly, thanks to UPC Showdown.
Now on the leg up. The good, the bad, the ugly.
Good. I'm kicking us off. Premierships have finalised for the 23-24 racing season, and there's not much change at the top. The best just keep getting better. J-Mac put 9 on him in the end. I know Nash was in Bali partying, but J-Mac to end on, what do you end on?
Nash was
9?
actually with my whole man over there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What a duo.
That's dangerous.
I bet you some durries were smoked in Bali.
$3 a packet.
The black ones.
Yeah, so it was Kylie Brown's 50th birthday party in Bali, which would be nice.
Corey Brown's wife?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yep, so that's why they were.
Good for some.
That's why they were all over there.
Nice.
I had my birthday at the Rabina pub. Or didn't go to Bali to get a villa.
Well, it's
Not
not
50.
a significant
Oh,
one.
yeah,
Maybe,
it
maybe
is.
if
All
you're
of them,
40th,
every new one.
we might go out, but
Oh, thanks. Thanks. My 40th.
We'll
take you to retros.
So what? We're not seeing much movement at the top. Chris Waller, he's gapped him.
14. I think that's 14 in Sydney
Years
for
in a row.
14 in a row.
14 in a row. That's a good effort.
Yeah, but it's just weighted numbers, isn't it? He has the worst percentage out of those top 5 in the premiership.
No, but that's not how it works.
I understand how it works. Thank you.
No, but people give him the horses because he's the best trainer. So it's the cream rises to the crop.
I
The
suppose.
cream rises to the top. And when you've
Crop
got
or top?
top,
Creamy crop.
top.
cream of the crop top.
The cream rises to the crop top. But I guess he's disadvantaged as well, like when you're talking percentages, because he has 4 runners in a race and they can't all win.
True.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
obviously, if you've only got 1 runner, you're not racing. All your horses aren't racing against each
That's
other.
a very good point again.
Yeah.
You think about this
No,
stuff.
I didn't
don't
actually.
you?
That's
Just come to it.
that did just come to me. But yeah, he's all like he has 4 and 5 runners.
That's
against
true. Be
each
taking
other.
winners off each other.
Yeah, that's right. And
Yeah.
what if you count the Wenny Quinnella's one? Does that count as go to his percentage?
Nah, that's
or
not how
what?
it works.
Like,
Well, like just looking at his stats here in the New South Wales Metro Trainers Premiership. So he's one of the few. So Gay Waterhouse in the same boat, but
they had a big season.
they had a big season. They won 135 and a half races. They had.
I reckon that's
best
the
strike
best
rate.
they've done as a training combination.
Yeah, I would.
That would be a
think so.
guess. That's a
Far
guess. but
out,
I'm-
that's
I'm
monstrous.
But the sort of trend, I guess, that you can look through here is not many stables had more winners than seconds or thirds, but Chris Waller, he more winners than placings.
So how many?
Well, not placings, but 194 winners, 173 runner-ups, 162 third placings, 134 fourths, 165 fifths.
So what does Gay and Adrian's look like?
They're 135, 95, 52, 72, 45.
Yeah, right.
So they're
Race
always-
placement.
Yeah, they're sort
That's
of running.
hands on the wheel.
What does that tell us, Blake? Go forward. You're going to finish in the top 2 or 3 more
Put
often
yourself
than
in the
not.
race.
Always, 100%.
Put yourself in the race. And then you've got a bloke.
Can
like-
anyone hold on? Just can anyone will anyone ever beat Waller, or is it just a given for the next 14 years?
I think at the moment, when you look at, like, especially looking at the numbers and starters, like, he's had twice as many. So he's the only trainer.
He's nearly twice as much prize money as Gay as well.
Yeah, he's had 1,380 runners in that last season, and the next highest was Annabelle Neesham was 782. So he's had an extra 600 on her. Like I just
Who
can't-
knows what happens next with Neesham? Now she's teamed up with the boyfriend.
Yeah, so Annabelle and
Working,
Rob.
working with your partner, that always goes well. Good luck to Annabelle and
So
Rob.
is that official? Are they?
Yeah, it came out yesterday, I think it was.
Yeah.
No, I know they're in a partnership. Are they together?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, well, let the cat out of the bag.
No, I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs.
There's a
of,
few
like,
things I usually shoot by our friend together before the show, and I say, "Is this kosher or
so
not?"
Sam Wood, the gossip.
Yeah.
zone.
Gossip.
Welcome to this episode of Women's
I got to do the Richie Cullen of the
So they the second biggest stable, third biggest stable. Kieran Maher would be the second biggest stable in
Yep.
Australia.
Well, Gay and Adrian.
I don't
would
think
be-
Gay and Adrian would
I
be.
don't think they're
in
they're
those.
20%. Like you look more around like Chris Lee's had 770 runners. So Chris Lee's, Annabelle Neesham, and Chris Waller are the only 3 stables in New South Wales Metro to have more than 700.
This is good.
runners.
Me seeing next year. I can copy straight off your computer here, Nick. Let's get your homework. Listen, we're about to head to a break, but stick around. Nick has a $21 chance that is just about his best of the day on Saturday.
The Leg Up, thanks to UPC Showdown. Get the leg up on the bookies and download the UPC Showdown app today. What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.
Hello, punters. Thanks for joining us. We are back thanks to UPC Showdown. Minimum Saturday main showdown. First prize is $25,000. That's a guaranteed prize in Saturday's showdown, and the amount is uncapped. The more players that enter, the bigger the prize. Where are we at? What are we on the Doomben?
Doomben, yeah, you alluded to the.
Oh yeah, that's
$21
right. Yeah, that's
shot,
right.
didn't
Thank you. Yeah, I just thought we wouldn't get out of segment 1 without you praising J-Mac.
Oh, we can talk about James. We can
Show
talk
me your
about
I
it.
love J-Mac tattoo.
We should.
Can't do that on.
No. We do have some good hats coming out, so
Yeah,
make racing great again.
the Mac attack. Is that our feet touching? No.
But
Sorry.
that's so Mac has won 6 Sydney Jockeys Premierships straight in Sydney.
6. Yep.
Joins a list of George Moore and Ron Quinton. So there's only 3 to ever have done it.
Far
George
out.
Moore and Ron Quinton. So
Quite
the
the,
best 2
yeah.
Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
So obviously James is a future Hall of Famer. But some good riders in Sydney. Who do you reckon would be like heir to the throne? Like
think-
if I just posed that question to you now.
I think it's got to be Zach Lloyd, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it's one of the young guns. It's not
Yeah.
going to be Nash because
Yeah.
Nash is a great rider, but he just can't.
He's in the era of the Mac.
He,
Like
You
doesn't ride. He can't ride enough because
Yeah.
he can't ride light enough. So he's only getting what six rides a Saturday. So
Yeah.
it's going to be one of these younger guys. And I was going to say, Zach was the first person to come to mind.
Mhm.
He's got good backing,
Yeah.
and he can ride light.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, that's probably the one thing that I think is kind of like across the states, like that ability to ride light. The top jockeys don't necessarily have to. Like James Allman, he'd struggle to get down below 56. Same for James McDonald in Victoria, Damien Lane, Blake Shin. Those guys, like they're not getting down to 52 every weekend. So Zach Lloyd, someone that can ride 49, he can get those big race rides and you know in Doncasters and Epsoms and races like that. It's going to be a big bonus.
I think it's relatively important at the start of your career to be able
Yep.
to ride light because, like, you get more opportunities in big races.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
so they're going to be able to build a name for themselves a lot faster than somebody else who can't ride light and needs to establish themselves over a period of time.
Yep.
So the 2 that come to mind are your man Zach Lloyd and Tyler Schiller.
Up in Queensland, James Allman, he's sort of getting towards. He's not getting towards JMac areas in terms of GOAT status, but he's won the last 3 Brisbane premierships, and he's certainly like I think he won it by 50 this season. So
50.
48 and a half he won it by. With a strike rate of 19.3%.
Oh, didn't you have a bet in that?
Yeah, I backed Ryan Maloney, but he had the second best premier.
It's close though.
He was.
Did he
Yeah.
run second?
He ran third. He tied for second. Yeah, But he had a 17.7% winning strike rate. He had bugger all rides thanks to, I think he had kidney stones halfway through the season. So
Oh,
that put him out for
you
a
can
little
ride a
while,
horse
but-
with kidney stones.
Yeah, so that was sort of my money confetti. But I think there's a few jockeys this coming season in Brisbane to keep an eye on. Obviously, Jace McMurray, you spoke about him a fortnight ago with
Yeah,
Campo.
the Big Mac now. He's gone to Big
Big-
Mac
Big
after
Mac, yeah.
Campo and him
Yep. But
carved
he's
up the
not in
goldie
the
on the
metros
weekend.
yet, so he's going to have to wait. We're going to put little J-Mac to the side.
If
Yeah.
there was a market for like the Apprentices Premiership,
Yeah.
this season,
Yeah.
he'd have to be a hope. Even this season, even though he
If
can't
you could
ride
take,
there yet.
I think we've put this question out
Yeah,
like
so-
before, like taking shares in a jockey. That's the jockey you want to
Yeah.
take shares in.
So I'm gonna give you one that I think will win the Brisbane Apprentice Metro title this season.
Yeah.
And potentially in the next 3 or 4 years push for that title. It's Cody Collis. So he's only had a handful of Metro rides at the end of this season. Already ridden 5 winners.
That's a big call, though.
Cody
got a-
Collis.
Yeah, he's got
I've
a
never heard of him.
I've never heard of him. I'll go
little
about
chip. He's a good jockey. Rides really well.
Chip Collis.
He won on Mahagoni for us last week.
Oh, did
Oh,
he?
Mark
Yeah.
Annie, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's
That's that one.
He'll ride plenty of winners this season.
Doomben, race 5. It is leg 3 in your showdown. Nick, give
Sam?
us one.
Yep. We need one to come out still. So we're sweating on a scratching.
Yeah, give us one that's not in the field yet.
Oh, actually, we need 2 more scratches.
Oh, okay. Shambles.
I've miscounted, but that's all right. We're what are we? We're Thursday. We've got plenty of time.
Plenty of time. Plenty of time.
And it's the
water.
bottom weight Singer Sergeant for the Jack Bruce camp. We were with him last start at the midweeks.
Jack Bruce can place a horse.
He can. Yep.
He knows his race selection is phenomenal.
He goes quite good. But this horse, Singer Sergeant, he's coming here. He'll be 5th up now. He had a month between his first and his second up run. And then last start, he didn't have much luck at this track and trip. He got beaten a length and a half from barrier 1. He just got a long way out of his ground. He's drawn a little bit wider here. I think they can sort of start to try and roll forward. Kyle Wilson-Taylor goes on, a great
KWT.
big jockey upgrade in my books. I think this horse is busting to win a race. If he doesn't get a run, he's in on Sunday at the Sunshine Coast, and James Orman's booked. So maybe just keep an
We'll
eye
make
on
sure if we'll make sure it's in the Sunday showdown.
That was what I was.
I'll
hoping.
talk to the boys and make sure it kind of, if it's got 8 runners, that it
Yeah,
gets chucked
But
in.
he's well and truly ready to win a race. This horse, Singer Sergeant, which is race 5, horse 17 at Doomben.
And that is leg 3 in your UPC.
So there's
showdown.
one scratching already. The 2's come out.
Yeah,
So
so
his
2
third
more.
emergency, is
Yeah.
he? Okay. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
all right.
you've got Nickelback hasn't got a jockey booked from a wide gate. There's a few. There was another one I thought that might have been, but
He'll get in. He'll
plenty
get
of
in.
time.
He'll be
Something will
fine.
fail a vet check.
Yeah, so we only need one, really, because Nickelback's going to come out.
You'd think so.
We're good.
Yeah, we're right.
Nick, I'll stay with you because you're going to give us the bad from Good, Bad, Ugly.
Yeah, the bad is the fact that us Aussies have to wake up at 4 a.m. during the week if we want to watch our Golden Girls win gold medals.
I don't mind the early. I can't do the late.
No, but
Can't
see,
do the late.
It's just the fact that your day is then just like I'm falling asleep on the couch at 6 o'clock then.
Well, that's because you're doing nothing at the moment because your knee's shot.
There's that.
You know why you're falling asleep on the couch? Because you're only ever on the couch.
Well, I'm going to blame the Olympics. I'm going to blame France and their silly time zone.
I'm not doing. I'm not copping any negativity across the Olympics. Although, as I admitted to you guys in the car, I've had quite a substantial bet on Australia to win over 13.5 gold, and missing Molly missing this morning.
Yep.
Your girl Molly, and then we missed the BMX last night.
I actually watched the BMX last night.
I watched the women's BMX and I fell asleep.
Okay. Well, I was awake. I was awake for the, I don't know what you call it, the final.
Yeah, the men's
The men's
BMX.
final?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Olympics.
Yeah, probably like Molly not winning this morning. That was probably a
Yeah.
predicted gold, one that we would have been imagining we were
was
going
that
to get.
short?
Where'd she run?
She ran 4th in the end.
Oh.
Swam
She
4th.
really ran fourth. I
Yeah,
got told that, and I
Yeah, she
I
missed-
don't mind the morning.
She stuffed a turn out of the 50, out of the first.
Where'd she
50.
turn?
She turned
Right.
left.
Just swam straight to the ladder.
She thought she was just doing the 50. No, she sort of, it was a bit of an awkward push off the wall,
Oh,
which is
no.
usually when we've seen her in the 200, she's been so dominant underwater. We didn't get to see that.
What was this, the 100?
This was the 100 today.
Oh, good.
Can't
Slow
surf.
pool,
I
I'm
was a good
hearing.
swimmer
Yeah,
back in
shallow,
the day, you
shallow
know.
pool, so they can't dive as deep and get as much underwater.
There's all cameras and stuff down there too, so you
Yeah.
don't want to get your hair caught.
Yeah, no,
Aren't all like Olympic pools the same?
they're all 50 meters long. But
Yeah,
Shouldn't
but
the
not.
depth should be the same?
should be, but it's
I'm
not.
unhappy about this.
No. No.
Oh,
you should
don't
protest.
do more.
We've only had
controversy.
one.
Should protest.
We've
You've
only
only-
had one world record.
We've
in the
only
pool.
just had Blake
I've
light
only
the
just
Olympics.
started watching, and now I'm
Sorry.
not watching
Yeah,
again.
no, fast pool. It's no issues. Plenty of world records being smashed.
I tell you what, though, and I know this is the bad, but the good, the great, Jess Fox.
Yeah.
God, I love her.
That's
she
a-
is. What they should have put her as striker for the Matildas. There's no way she's not. There's the only way they would have had a chance.
Yeah. Maybe that's what they should look at doing. They should maybe get rid of the rest of the Matildas players and put make up the Matildas like the team of like Australian athletes. Like have Molly O'Callaghan, Ariane Titmus in the
Yeah.
midfield.
Yeah, I don't reckon this is going to get much legs. This
Didn't
idea,
we
to be
go all
honest,
right?
Nick.
Didn't we go all right in the World Cup?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Remember they
They
wanted
got
to
a
build a
statue, don't
statue.
they?
They wanted
They
to
got
build a statue.
for the fourth.
There's no way that they're not. Jess Fox deserves a statue. She
Yeah.
is,
Give her one.
mate. She can turn that canoe on a dime.
Oh, yeah.
That's phenomenal.
It'd hurt you. It hurts my arms watching it. Like, what an athlete. But
She's a freak.
yeah, that's my knock on the week is us having to wake up at 4 a.m. to watch games.
I tell you what, young blokes have it so easy.
Back in
So,
my
soft
day.
this
What do you mean
generation.
by that?
No, who's worried about getting up early? Mate, I get up at 4
Oh.
a.m. and I think this is great. I have a coffee in bed, watch the telly, the heater's on. And then it's just all about the countdown on how much time I have until one of the kids hops
Yeah.
into bed and ruins it for me. I love my kids, don't get me wrong, but they want to sleep sideways. I want to put their cold feet on my stomach or something. And
I guess probably the part that
it's the quiet time of the day.
I guess the part that I don't like is when multi-legs get beaten.
Ah,
and
okay,
you've done
before
your
you've had
backside
just-
before the sun's up.
That is that's the bad.
That's the
When
bad.
you lose your multi before
do
you've
your
had your
plums
cereal.
before your coffee in the morning.
All right, after the break, we will get more tips from the boys. And Nick, we're going to keep the spotlight on you because we've got to discuss the fight that is reaching boiling point in Queensland racing.
Just another day in paradise.
The Leg Up, thanks to UPC Showdown. Get the leg up on the bookies and download the UPC Showdown app today. What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.
Welcome back to the Leg Up, brought to you by UPC Showdown, the app you don't have to hide from the missus. Download now and get involved in this weekend's monster prize. Thanks, Nick. See, now you can look on my laptop and you can see when I'm not doing stuff right. Let's get straight into ugly for the good, bad, ugly. Now, Nick, the spotlight stays on you because you are the representative for SEN Track for Queensland Racing. Some people might contend that crown, but in this show, you are that. And tempers have hit a flashpoint. The standoff between the jockeys and the construction site has boiled over on Tuesday. Where were the trials held at? Doomben, obviously.
Doomben,
You can't have them at Eagle Farm. The horse is too scared. And the jockeys, is this true, have called a meeting during the trials and, like, not at the end when they do a lot of these association meetings or anything like that, in between, like, trial 6 and 7?
Yeah, they got through a handful of trials on Tuesday morning.
Was it just was there just a blow up?
Yeah, so
What?
No. It was a planned meeting, but during the trials. Like,
Yeah,
not
so-
after. Like, a lot of times,
Planned meeting. A planned meeting by the jockeys without anybody else's.
yeah, closed-door meeting. So
notice?
no one's allowed
Like,
But I
did
think-
people knew about it.
Yeah. The Queensland
Jockeys Association, Curic, and I think Racing Queensland might have had their man in there as well. So
Oh, there, man.
their man, Jason Scott, or is he Curic?
All
One
right,
of the
talk
two,
us
but-
through it because that doesn't make any sense.
I'll
to
tell
me.
you what. I'll tell you who's not happy about this. Tony Gollan.
No, the boss man.
He is very unhappy.
He is unhappy.
Might write them all himself.
Yeah, well, I think Tony's a real he's a team player by the sounds of it, and
Yeah.
I think you've got the quote there in front of you.
I got it here.
Yeah.
Do you want me to,
Yeah, you read it out.
Okay, so For the jockeys to stop work during the trials today to carry on this meeting, it's just so exceptionally disappointing. There's a bunch of stable staff here who have been up since all hours this morning and have to go back to work in the afternoon. So obviously you're saying prolonging their morning. I just felt it showed very little care or understanding of the rest of the industry. We are annoyed and disappointed at the situation, which could have been handled outside of these hours.
I think-
That's saucy.
Yeah, that pretty much says it all. I think.
Yeah.
Really, doesn't it? You've got. He's won 11 premierships in a row in Brisbane now, so he is the number one. It'd be
the
like
king.
it'd be like Chris Waller saying that in Sydney, basically. Like it's.
Which he wouldn't, but yeah.
He would.
No, I don't know.
No.
Yeah,
would,
he
he
would.
He
He'd
stays
say
in
it
his
how it is,
corner,
I reckon.
mate. He stays in the corner.
Nah, but TJ's come out. He said that. Rob Heathcote, another one that wasn't too happy about it. So
What's going to happen here, Nick? Is there going to be a bust up? We're going to see possibly a strike.
well, quite possibly. But
Who's Gollan's main man?
Jimmy Orman?
Was he in the meeting?
Oh, I'm not sure. It doesn't say who was in the meeting.
Allegedly.
It just says that
We
the
want to know. We want to know.
jockeys. Yeah.
So if Jimmy's not on any more of TJ's horses, we know there's a bust up.
I don't think that'll happen.
Was Robbie Dolan there with his... Did he break his hand or his wrist? I was confused.
Allegedly. Whether or not it was already broken, I'm not sure.
What?
I'm not
Scott, what?
He might have damaged it more. Falling off a horse never helps.
No.
There's whispers that it was already hurt.
Oh.
But I'm not.
Can we go into it now?
Nah, we won't get into
Oh,
we
that.
won't go
come
in.
on, you
that's
two.
all I know. I just know it could have been already.
We haven't got
hurt.
reliable sources.
No.
But yeah, this is
Sources
this is,
are very unreliable.
this is starting to get quite heated.
Yeah, it is.
Because he's taken it. Someone put a camera right in front of his face, right there and then, or he may have even Tony Gollan, this I'm talking about, and has said, "What's your thoughts on this?" Because once again, this is a very ugly look for Queensland racing, for Curic, and they got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
To have the jockeys now just calling closed door meetings in the middle of the trials. Look, everyone believes that jockey safety and the standards that these guys need to be working within has to be of the highest order, and it is the highest priority.
Yeah.
But there is certain ways to go about.
Yeah,
things.
I honestly think if you don't want to ride, don't put your name down to ride at that meeting.
It's hard though.
It sounds a little bit silly. Like, why? What is there any? Have they come out and said why they would do it in the middle of the trials? Because it only extends the trials.
Well, they didn't end
Why
up running
couldn't they
the rest
do
of
it
them.
at the end?
They didn't do the rest of the trials.
Because they carried on too much.
Yeah, but they reckon it only took. What did they say? It had here that they reckon it only took. They were in from.
I was like 8 or 9 minutes.
Yeah.
Have you
in from
ever been?
8:46 and out at 9:03?
I would
46, so
like
it's
all our
17
meetings
minutes.
to go
Yeah, I
for
know.
9 minutes.
Yeah.
I've literally
Except
seen
you
you
talk
just
too
leave.
much.
Yeah, but that's my job.
Yeah,
Have you ever seen a meeting go for 17 minutes? No, it's something's going on, and unfortunately, well, look, not unfortunately, they're obviously putting their flag in the ground before they think something worse happens, which all well and good, but you're part of a bigger picture within the industry, and just read the room.
Let's get it
Read the room.
sorted. We want Eagle Farm back.
Yep, and if Jimmy Orm wants to take a break, it could become a very good betting opportunity on Premiership markets. Ryan Maloney, we're going
Just
back
let
to
him
the
know.
race.
Let him know. Blake,
Yes.
Rose Hill, race 9. Excuse me, leg 10.
Yes.
You got one for us?
Yeah, I've got a few actually. I think this is a really open race, and you could play a few in this. I know Nick's keen on one in this.
Oh,
as well.
you're going to take him on again.
Yeah, well,
There's a little bit of speed
didn't
here.
work last week.
Bit of speed here. Much better. I think this horse, like, there's a little bit of $34 around about him. He is the sort of horse that could improve sharply getting back onto a drier track. So he's one that could potentially.
Who was it? Sorry, I just missed that.
Number 4, much better.
Much better. Okay, yeah.
So
I got it.
he's going to go forward. You got a horse like Kazoo's going to go forward, and then you got a horse that's going to try to cross over in Felix Majestic. So those three are going to set a really strong tempo. I'm going to tip an emergency here as well.
Oh.
Also in the last race, but I think they run here if Denau Star gets into the field. He draws perfectly. So he's just set up to run really well third up. Last start, well, he did enough first up, and then second up, he hit the front, and you could see that he just sort of peaked on his effort, lost his action late. He strips much fitter for that. He's the horse that just lands right behind that hot speed. He finds the fence from barrier 2, and he'll look the winner at some stage. So I think he's one that you could potentially put into your showdown at around that $8 or $9.
Yeah, $9
quote.
about it.
Another horse that could potentially run really well here is Dalalat. He was really good in that Ramornie. I know he started big odds there, but that's a black type race. He's back to 94 grade here. He comes in with 55 kilos on his back. Collett takes over. He was held up at a key stage there, so we can be a little bit forgiving of that beaten margin in the Ramornie, and his best figures stack right up to a race like this. So at around that $19 quote, I could throw him in. So I want to be with Danair Star and Dalalat in that race.
Okay. I'm with the toppie.
I like
What?
both of those. I like both of those.
You like both of
I like
those?
both of them.
Well, we're going to
have
be
a-
playing
Yeah.
a lot of tickets on
Yeah,
Saturday.
yeah.
So.
You need to
10
do.
tickets.
You need to put your money where your mouth is and start selecting these.
All right,
tickets.
let's convince us why we should put Blazer Trail in one of our
Blazer
showdowns.
Trail.
He's got to go in. And I tell you why he's got to go in, Blake.
Well, Zach Waddick's riding well.
He is riding well. He's 2 Metro winners the last 7 days, Saturday and Wednesday. He's ridden a Metro winner.
Didn't he ride Serene Nick good?
Peach.
So good.
He'll need to give this horse a peach because he's drawn barrier 13, Blazer Trail, but which is the outside
You want to
gate.
be fencing run.
Probably will be, but I think he can be a little bit further forward than what he was last start. The blinkers go back on. So the last time he wore blinkers was back in July last year. He's only had 1 run since then, and that was in the eyeliner first up, where he had no luck. He went straight to my black book. He's been nominated a few times. They haven't accepted. Here he pops up in Sydney. But when the blinkers went on, they went on the 5th of July 2023. What did he do? He came out. He won a Class 6 at Doomben over the Carnival, and then he kept them on, and then he won an open handicap at Eagle Farm during the Carnival as well, close to this day last year. So he was $2.35, $1.90 there. Much lesser races than this, but the blinkers are back on. That could be the key to him. You go through his preparation 12 months ago, 3rd to Lady of Honour in Gravina in the eyeliner, and they're 3/4 of a length behind Antino. So I think the form is good enough from a little while ago. He's 2nd up, should take plenty of improvement. If he can roll a bit further forward and be a little bit closer in the run, which we've seen him do when the blinkers have gone on in the past, he's going to be a live each way hope at, what is he, 20 to 1?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, there's a bit of 20 to 1 around.
We like that.
I think that, the fact that there is good speed is going
Yeah.
to help him if they do give him a dig and
You'd
try
like
to put
see
him into the
5th,
race.
6th one off and just...
He'll need a good ride.
Yeah,
but
he will.
Yeah, there should be nice gaps in the field.
Yeah.
Nick, you are well and truly understanding the MO of UPC Showdown. You guys have given us plenty of value today. So stay tuned because after the break, we've got your best bet at Doomben. It just so happens to be $21.
It's $21. It's a good thing.
The Leg Up, thanks to UPC Showdown. Get the leg up on the bookies and download the UPC Showdown app today. What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.
I'm Sam Wood, he's Blake Johnson, and he's Nick Lloyd. We are the Leg Up, and we're here thanks to UPC Showdown, the new way to bet. Last race for the show. Doomben. Everyone's been waiting for this. Nick, you've been talking to us in the drive. I've got one for you. I've got one. Back it now before we put it out on the radio. The price will get crunched. Put it in your showdown legs now.
I'm the king of Rocky.
I'm the king of Rocky. This one's at Doomben.
the king of
I'm
Queensland.
the king of Queensland. Doomben, race 9, leg 11. Go on. The punters are listening.
What do they say? The bigger the field, the bigger the certainty.
Ah,
bigger
is
the
it-
field, the bigger the certainty, the bigger the price.
That's
is that what they say?
Yep.
That's what they say.
Yep.
Did not know.
Tough way to bring it home because it's 7...
Don't start
Oh,
that.
no
That's such a
negativity.
soft way
No
to say it.
negativity. I'm saying the bookies have found it tough to price because they're $7 the field. And when I saw those prices come out, I thought, you beauty, there is going to be a $20 pop that's just a good thing. And there is. I found it.
There you go.
It's a Cold Chisel song named after it. My baby, Horse number.
Can you sing that for us?
Oh, I've got-
I don't know
I
if
didn't
that's
get it.
You can't just say one word and say that's a part of the
Ma
song.
Baby.
That's about all it is in the song, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, but anyway, number 15, Ma
Ma
Baby.
Baby.
Yeah, she was super first up at Caloundra over the 1,000, which was usually short of her best. She had one sort of quiet trial going into that. The market didn't expect much from her. She was $4.60 out to $7, but a really good tempo. She just sat off them. She didn't get out until about the 150, 200, and she exploded. She
Crunch.
She just went whack. This is what she can do. So she gets this big field, plenty of tempo. A lot of the other chances have drawn awful. Where's she drawn? Barrier 4.
Oh.
Just perfect. Gets a little suck run in behind. We saw what she did. She won the Country Stampede back in December, which is a lot of a lesser race than this. It was bush horses, but she spotted the lead as a big start, and it was very similar the way it sort of played out. And then she went to the King of the Mountain against Rothfire, a few of Queensland's top horses. She ran 4th coming off a Country Stampede run. I think she's just going to get the perfect run in transit. 1,200 Doomben, second up, good gate, $21. There's a lot to like about her, and I think she'll be winning.
What leg is this?
Leg 11.
Leg 11.
Then
So
we go to-
second last
we go to
leg.
Darwin
Leg
for the
11, we just go
Palmerston Sprint.
whack
Yeah,
with the $21 shot.
Is the last leg the Darwin?
yeah. Palmerston Sprint. Is
Oh,
the
how good's
last leg
that?
on Saturday. Great.
My uncle's got a runner in it.
Yeah.
Razor
The race is
or rocket? Razor or rocket?
Yeah,
good
what
man.
race is it?
Dakota League.
Yeah, Dakota Lee's in it.
Oh,
Yeah. There's actually
Let's do one. Let's do one off tap here.
there's a bit of a
Oh,
So-
yeah. She drew the outside. I haven't looked at it at all.
No.
So,
So, guys,
the horse that the top weight Ideas Man. The horse that
So-
he beat on debut.
did I tell you I got tipped this last night at
What?
18s?
Dakota Lee.
Ideas man.
Ideas Man.
I got 18s and he said it should be $6. And I
Oh,
got
and it is
18s
off the
and it's
map.
$6.50.
I saw $18 last night
Yeah.
because I was having a look at it.
I got some Darwin mail flooding in
Yeah.
from our one of our friends.
Well, he beat your horse on debut,
What's my horse?
Bella Nipotina.
That horse did.
That horse,
Ideas man.
The top weight in the Palmerston Sprint all the way back in 2019, beat Bella Nipotina.
Looking at its last 10
Mooney
starts at
Valley.
Fanny Bay.
Yeah.
Don't know. I can't remember when Bella Nipotina was up there.
Well, he's won 6 of those 10. Good horse.
Impressive.
It's a shame he's still not $18. That'd be a lovely way to finish the showdown. Ma Baby into
Ideas man.
Apparently, this is a good carnival to go to.
Yeah, they reckon it is bucket list.
Yeah, well, Dakota Lee, she was a winning machine early days. What, she's won 10 of 11.
Yeah.
And Terry
Good
Gillett's
I think that
your
only blemish was maybe like Mooney
Yeah,
Valley
one
or
run at
something.
Mooney
is
Valley.
he
Yeah,
your mum's brother,
yeah, my mum's
Razor?
brother. Yeah,
And Dakota is his daughter, and Dakota is also their best horse.
Dakota Lee, yeah, named after her. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Funny, because we're on Darwin Cup, Team of the Week, bucket list carnival. So one that's just on the top of the list that you have to go to.
I've never been to the Melbourne Cup, so
Mm.
Melbourne
Yeah.
Cup.
I would probably have like Melbourne Cup week like at number 1, but like in terms of like other carnivals.
Yeah,
they-
just
they
anything,
reckon-
anywhere in the world.
They reckon the Cairns Amateurs Carnival is one of the great weekends. Obviously, the quality of racing isn't up there, like compared to say a Hong Kong International
They
Jockeys
reckon.
Meet. Or
I have also heard the exact same.
yeah, they
that it
reckon
is
it's off
a
tap. My old man
boys
went up there
trip
last
on.
year on steroids.
Yeah.
Yeah, they reckon it's unreal. So that'll be probably the one that I'm going to put up the top.
So you've said Cairns Amateurs.
Yeah.
As any like people be listening to this show going, oh yeah, Kentucky Derby. I'd love to get to Royal Ascot and yours.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
okay. It's
yeah,
fair.
Lock that in.
It's the King of Queensland.
I can do what I want.
They know him up there
Alpha Cup.
You would
if-
be a big hit up there, I reckon.
in
They all
Cairns.
know you.
What's the pub? Not Gilligan. Is it Gilligan's?
Yeah, Gilligan's.
Gilligan's. Yeah. So that's it's
Gilligan's or Harrigan's? No, Harrigan's-
Gilligan's.
Newcastle in the Hunter. Yeah, Gilligan's. Gilligan's is where every football trip eventually ends up. Melbourne Cup for you.
Melbourne Cup's just my race.
Yeah.
I don't.
I'd love
I'm
people to
not
write in and let us
interested in
know.
any of those other meetings really. Like there's not great potential for me to go to Warrnambool. Like even though I'd like
Yeah.
to go and,
I'd like to do Warrnambool.
Yeah, see,
Birdsville and
Birdsville.
all
I'd love
these-
to do. I'd love to do all of those those ones.
Yeah.
I do actually have a list on my phone with every time I go to a new track. So I've got a list of every racetrack I've been to. So
that's pretty
I
cool.
want to tick
I
off
booked
as
in
many
Mudgee
as
Cup
I-
again last night.
Mudgee.
Did you?
Mudgee Cup again. I'm going to go do a live cross for anyone
Might
that'll
come with
listen.
you.
We've got some amazing, and like I said, a lot of people think about overseas, and Royal Ascot wasn't at the top of my list, but I just did it and it was phenomenal. So couldn't recommend that more. But we have the best country cups
Yeah.
like that, like on the racing calendar. On sports events to go to, our country cups are elite.
We got
Even
a
like
couple of good
the-
ones coming up. We got Coffs Harbour and Forbes this week.
This weekend.
Do we?
Yep.
Townsville?
Yep, this weekend, Saturday as well. Yep, even like the non-tabs, like in Queensland, like growing up in CQ, like Dingo was a great weekend. So yeah, so many.
The
great ones.
Dingo. That's just
Dingo
throw
Cup.
one at us we've never heard of. That's it. That is all the time we have today, gents. Thank you very much. Good luck this weekend, punters.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call 1-800-858-858 or visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.